Hey folks, got another startup to talk to you guys about, and it's one from New York, New York, my former stomping ground of 8 years. I'd like to say I miss it, but given what I'm seeing out of the news, I don't really miss it. I don't miss the smell of urine going into the subway. I don't miss the piled up garbage when you're trying to run. Yeah, but anyway, cool startup it looks like to talk about, so let's do that. Name of the company is BuildStock, and it'll make sense that it's from New York when you find out what it's about. They call it a fintech platform for building materials. I'm not sure it's fintech to me. I work in the financial services industry during the day, but yeah, not sure this is a fintech play, but construction industry, yeah, I would buy that. Anyway, the solution is a centralized marketplace for building materials for high rises. Sorry. So I apologize for all the ums. Just a bad habit. I'm working on it. So that makes sense, given that this is a New York City company, and I guess they're targeting the urban markets. I don't know too many high rises, or I guess it does happen in some places, like Buckhead here in Atlanta, and Oak Brook outside of Chicago. There are a few high rises, but not tons of them. Okay, so what else can I tell you? Competitor analysis. I mean, I guess you could do the small business part of Home Depot or Lowe's, or I'm not sure where high-rise construction companies, builders, where they source their material. Can you just order from Home Depot from their website? I don't know. Maybe not, I guess, now that I think about it. So maybe this makes sense. Anyway, you can learn more about the company at buildstock.com. Product market fit, I think it's probably pretty early. They only raised $1.6 million, and I think this is pre-seed money, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, pre-seed. I'm just looking right now. So pretty early. So I would say no product market fit, so still being looked for. What is the problem they're addressing? Well, lack of transparency. I guess you have to pay a premium when you're doing high-rise construction, and it's very hard to look at competitive pricing. So they're trying to offer a window into that, and hopefully that will lower the cost of construction. So lack of transparency is the problem they're addressing. Who are their customers? Well, it's builders of high-rise buildings. That's pretty obvious. VCs, a whole bunch of them. I'll name some: Precursor, MGV, X Factor. No, not the TV show, I'm assuming. And Refashion D. Very fashionable name. But anyway, those are the ones I pulled out that seemed interesting. As I mentioned, it's a pre-seed funding round. And I'm guessing that's total funding. But maybe they had some angel funding before that just wasn't mentioned anywhere. Patents, yeah, they're going to need some patents to protect their software, and the market size. Well, I think obviously it's very specialized. I mistakenly called it niche. Niche isn't the right word. I would call it specialized. If they can become the software for ordering construction materials for high-rise construction, it's a specialized area, but it's actually quite a large area. There's a lot of urban areas, and like look at Shanghai. Look how many urban towers are there. So if they could become the specialized ordering path for high-rise construction builders or high-rise builders, then yeah, it could become quite a large area. Specialized, not niche. So yeah, that was a misuse of terminology by me, so apologies for that. Additional thoughts. Yeah, I mean, this is how I understand why they raise money. It's specialized. I think there's nobody else there that really is doing a good job. It's addressing a pain point for people who are building high rises, and if they're able to get patents and really get in there and become the software and the path to order, construction materials for these guys, then they'll become dominant, and it'll be very hard to get in there. So yeah, I completely understand why they were able to raise money. And, as an entrepreneur on the side, it'll help guide what I'm thinking about as I try to raise money down the road here. So I hope that helped you. If you have any thoughts of how I can make these little highlights a little more valuable to you, by all means put it in the comments, and I'm happy to look at it and see what I can do to make these more useful so it's time well spent for everybody. Anyway, that's all I have for today. We'll see you next time. Have a great one.